Yeah, what is going on, everybody? It is Tuesday evening, 10-ish on the Eastern Standard Time Zone, whatever you call that. 7:10 over here in the West Coast, the best coast. What is going on, everybody? I am the host with the most. I am SERG VICENTE, the master of ceremonies, they say, for this hour or so of fantastic wrestling conversation. And I'm here with my sister from another mister, the one who should be out there sitting right next to the bloodline and Paul Heyman writing some of this fantastic stuff. We are talking about none other than Miss Dre Day. Miss Dre, what is going on?
What's good, Serge? Listen, first of all, I feel very disrespected. Don't you why you leave out the Midwest? It is 9:13 p.m. Central Standard Time
my bad.
Over here in the Chicagoland area. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
step back and brand new. You know you from over here. Quit it.
I am from Chicago, and I never turned that down. So today, guys, before we get into everything, thank you so much for watching live. If you're watching right now on the Scrap News' YouTube channel, the absolute fastest growing YouTube channel in all of combat sports. Also, if you haven't already, go out there and check out the website, thescrapnews.com. Check them out for the absolute best in combat sports journalism. If you want real ethical stuff, not that watered down nonsense that you get over from the other, bigger brands, the other bigger, media outlets, they'll give you some fluff. They go out there to give you just a little bit of clickbait from here or there. Not the Scrap News. If you want real quality, ethical, dope combat sports news, with even with news talking about some up and coming, where you might learn something, a new up and coming fighter from a regional promotion, and some fantastic articles. I'm telling you right now, guys, go out there and check out the Scrap News. They're fantastic. Also, check out the Fight Podcast because we awesome too. So go ahead and check them out. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and get into today. On today's menu, we are gonna go ahead and discuss Crown Jewel, if it happens, what we like. We're also going to go out there and talk about the celebration of the Shield, 10 years of the Shield and everybody that they have done. We will acknowledge them, of course. And then obviously we'll talk about NXT Raw and everything else that Trips is doing in the world of WWE and what else TK is out there doing in the land of AEW. So we'll get into that and so much more. But I hate to do this, and I hate to start off with such a somber note, but I would be remiss because not only is this a pro wrestling show, we are here for and always have been. Not only we are a pro, athlete show, we are here for the culture as well. And the culture lost a great one this morning. Not only did the wrestling community lost a huge fan. And we were talking about Takeoff from the Migos. Unfortunately, lost his life this morning in a absolute senseless shooting in Houston, Texas. Look, something needs to be done with gun reform. I don't know what that needs to be to this point in time, but I'm tired of losing not just people in general. Obviously, I don't want to lose anybody, but losing black men. It is something that it's difficult for me to sit back and open my phone every day because in the back of my mind, I know somebody that looks like me, that has lived a life like me, walked the same paths as I have, is getting slain. On social media for everyone to see. Unfortunately, people, y'all need to stop doing that shit, by the way.
Please
look, it is and Dre, I'm gonna give you a moment in a second, but it's truly heartbreaking. He is somebody, and again, I'm not gonna belabor the point. It sucks, but he was also somebody, again, wrestling fan. He not only is he a wrestling fan, I mean, the Migos, what they represented for the culture, they literally ushered in this entire generation of hip hop. Like, And the fact that they've done that and they're only 28, 29, not even 30 years old, it's really ridiculous the impact that this young man has had. And from everything that I've heard and all the accounts, he was a really good dude, man. So to this happened, it really sucks. And even in the combat sports world, just to know how close we were to like losing something else. I mean, not only was he there, Shakur Stevenson, the great up and young boxer, was standing literally right next to him also when it happened. You know what I'm saying? And I think Boots might have been there as well. So I mean that's like in the combat sports world, music, hip hop culture. I mean, for that to happen, it is really heartbreaking. Thoughts and prayers, obviously, which obviously isn't enough, but go out to the loved ones and people who care, from fans and everybody care about Takeoff. So sorry about that, how long I was with that.
Nah, I'm just gonna echo everything you just said, Serge. I do want to touch on the fact that Takeoff was in the Migos, they're huge wrestling fans. You know what I mean? So like, it's just it is in Ric Flair Ric Flair in the video. Just that kind of stuff. They were just on WWE TV 10 months ago, I think, even maybe something like that, 9-10 months ago.
Walked out with RK Bro.
With RK Bro. And so you mentioned about how closely the entertainment world is in general. So entertainment, sports, combat sports, all of it, it's all a connective tissue, you know what I mean? And so it's just always it's never fun to come on here as media people and have to address those things. So just thoughts, prayers, all of that to his family, you know what I mean? And whatever we have to do to be a part of the positive in this culture, we have to amplify that more than we amplify the negative aspects of things like this, because something has to change, and we got to play that little small part in doing ours as well to do that. So it's just sad. Nobody likes going on, waking up to stuff like that. It's just insane. It's insane. And life is short, and hug the people you love, because honestly, as corny as that sounds, it's real, man. It's real. Anything can happen.
It's so sad. I hate that happened. But all right, moving on, because obviously we are here to have fun, and I hate to just kind of zoom on to the next one, but there's things happening and there's still drama in the world of professional wrestling. And this news just popped up because this weekend we have, as they call, a premium live event, and in this premium live event, it's supposed to be the Crown Jewel, and Crown Jewel is in Saudi Arabia. Each and every year, they've been doing it for the last how long now, Dre?
4 years.
4 years. That's it. 4 or 5 years. That's it.
The Saudi Arabia deal is newish. Yes,
newish.
So
on Fightful Select, fantastic. We follow them on Twitter as well. Go out there and said essentially that, look, there are imminent threats to where the location of Crown Jewel is supposed to be, and it just said it's imminent threats. I believe. Yes, please read it out there. I would love that. Quote? Yes, please. All right, that'd be fantastic.
So, according to Fightful Select here, the Saudi Arabia site of WWE Crown Jewel has knowledge of imminent attack. That's in quote. Saudi Arabia has shared intelligence with the United States regarding a potential attack. According to the Wall Street Journal, Saudi Arabia has shared with the United States intelligence of an imminent attack from Iran. The attacks are reported planning for targets in the kingdom. We are concerned about the threat picture and remain in constant contact through military intelligence channels with the Saudis, said a National Security Council spokesperson. We will not hesitate to act in the defense of our interests and partners in the region. The warning has prompted Saudi Arabia and the United States and several other neighboring states to raise the level of alert for their military forces. WWE is set to hold its Crown Jewel event on Saturday, November 5th, from the, I am going to mispronounce this, Rasul Park in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Let's go with that. And WWE has not issued, thank you. WWE has not issued a comment on the report or the status of Crown Jewel. The company is set to hold its quarterly financials call on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, at 5 p.m. Eastern. Fightful will update fans if anything changes regards WWE Crown Jewel. Yeah. You know,
All
the
right.
real world, the real world likes to step on things, don't it?
Yo, look, all kinds of shit is going down right now. The
Jeez.
world is in such a crazy place,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to say this.
Mm.
Look, I think it's ridiculous that we deal with the Saudis in any way, shape, or form already.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that combat sports has consistently been making a place because there's hella money and those people don't have morals, so they just take the money as it is.
Mm.
It is what it is. I know that's what Vince did, but when it comes to stuff like this, put your morals to the side and just think about the athletes. Okay, if we care about these athletes, so I'm not even talking about morally why I don't believe we should be doing stuff over there. Let's take it in terms of these WWE athletes that we know and love, right?
Yeah.
That we buy t-shirts of, that we sit here and tweet at, and we literally have podcasts that and shows that we talk about, right?
Yeah.
If you care about those individuals, we should not just cancel, because I have a solution, but we need to cancel this weekend and not cancel it, the event. It should still be a premium live event, but it should not be there. But I'll go on in a second, but Dre, what you got to say? What are your thoughts from that?
Yeah. I mean, we talk about this on the Royal Rundown every week. We are talent first, period, point blank. You know, we are fans of the talent that does what they do and entertain us every single week. And when you see something like this, I think we tend to forget how global of a space the world is, and the entertainment world is actually very small. So like
For
that's why
sure.
these people can go all over the world, right? And do what they do.
Yeah.
And when you work for a company like WWE or any of these companies, you hope that they are thinking of your safety in regards to this.
You would hope so.
You would think so. And like,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna echo what you said, Serge. Like, I won't go into my personal ethical reasons for what I feel about the Saudi deal in general, because that's just
Right.
it's just a tough situation all around, right?
All around.
But this is now like the second shaky thing to occur since this deal was
Yes.
signed, right? And so, maybe it's the millennial in me. We done lived through several tragedies in
Nah, it's been too much, yo.
unprecedented times in our life right now, where I think we're just very much like, can we do some preemptive things now so that we don't have to watch a potential tragedy occur in
Yo,
front of us?
too much stuff. Too much tragedies, especially things that we could avoid.
Yes. And I just think that like we're talking about billionaires at this point. We're talking
Absolutely.
about billionaire companies. We're talking about
Yep.
people with gazillions of dollars.
Yeah.
Any
Monopoly money.
any amount of money that could be lost from not doing the show in Saudi Arabia this Saturday can be recouped elsewhere.
So this is how you recoup it. This is how you recoup it. Okay.
And I'm laughing.
You
That's a nervous laugh. This is not this is a very serious situation, right? Like,
look,
we're
it is
trying
a serious
to,
situation,
yeah.
but this is how we're gonna recoup it. Because look, trips, brother. Look, I know you know
You
if
better
you
talk to
watch,
this man like that, show homie.
come on, you my guy. Steph, you probably the one really doing this. Steph, I need y'all to listen here. Let's cancel this show. Let's not cancel. This is what you guys are gonna do. The Knicks aren't playing on Saturday. Knicks aren't there on Saturday. I don't know who else might be there on Saturday, but I know y'all got deeper pockets. You guys own Madison Square Garden. What you do is you throw an old school fucking pay-per-view style show, house show feel in Madison Square Garden. Guys, we did this for you because you know why? We're the show keeps going. That's our motto. That's what we do.
The show must go on.
For this forever together. Whatever the fuck they say.
It.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go out there, say that, go out there, or if it's not there, somewhere in the States, let it be T-Mobile Arena. Let it be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll say Madison Square Garden because I think the
That's
nostalgia
their
of it will be
home.
the best if they can do that.
That's
In
their
fact, let me
home.
just
Yeah.
make sure what is going on Saturday. Madison, okay, MSG this Saturday. Let me just make sure.
Yeah, check the Amway Center in Orlando too.
Yeah, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like Madison Square Garden schedule. All right, what we at? Ticket Center. What we got this weekend? Thursday,
What is this
Saturday.
voice?
Okay. Look, Saturday they got the Knicks playing. They ain't gonna
You
bump the
trying
Knicks.
to?
All right,
They ain't not
all
bumping the
right.
next thing.
They ain't gonna bump the Knicks. Okay, so it can't be
Brooklyn?
Madison Square Garden,
Does
guys.
Brooklyn play?
Let's see what Brooklyn got. What Brooklyn got this weekend? What the
Where
hell is
Brooklyn
that
at?
stadium
Where
called? Yeah,
Brooklyn
where
at this
Brooklyn at?
weekend?
Where Brooklyn at? Come on.
Where
What
Brooklyn
the
at this
fuck is that
weekend?
stadium called?
Oh, hell.
What the fuck is Brooklyn Stadium called? Brooklyn.
I don't even know.
I don't be
We
knowing.
should know. This is terrible.
I do know it, but it's just not coming to me right now.
It is not. This is terrible. Brooklyn.
Barclays Center.
Barclays. Yes. I knew it was a
Barclays.
B. I'm terrible.
Yeah, that's why I kept calling it the Brooklyn Center. Barclays.
The Brooklyn Center. Help us, Lord.
Barclays Center events.
Look,
okay.
Chicago has the Wintrust Arena, United Center. I don't know if the Bulls are playing, but whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Got the UIC Pavilion.
Wait, hold up.
All stays probably booked, but whatever. Like, come on.
Look, yo, Barclays Center is empty this weekend, yo.
Barclays.
Come on. Where Brooklyn at? You know what I'm saying? And then, speaking of the Brooklyn Nets, what you do, just like they're about to probably announce today, they're going to pull their Ime Udoka in 24 hours. They're going to announce that, man, 24 to 48 hours, right? Give us the Udoka. 24 to 48 hours, Brooklyn, bang, bang. Brooklyn, y'all all in the news. Let's make it happen.
This is a side of the sidebar. That man done failed up. I don't understand how you fail up like this. He didn't even get fired. He got like suspended.
They just told him to go away.
He got suspended.
Man, just go away for a little bit.
How you get a job off on your suspension? I'm just
arguably a better one.
Like, what is it?
Arguably a better job.
I need to learn how to feel like that. Anyway,
look, you know what? Look, I will be honest with you. As a black man, seeing that black man trip upwards, I was shooketh. I didn't think that was something that we can do. I saw that shit and that, bro. And here's the thing: you did this while cheating on Nia Long. Nia Long. Oh,
I don't have.
It disgusts me to even hear it, to say it out loud.
I don't have
words.
You
still failed upwards, sir. Nia Long. She still looks like a piece of candy to this day.
A piece of candy?
Come on.
That works in so many different ways, and I really appreciate that, Serge. Like, that's Candy is the song they do the electric slide to at the end of The Best Man. Like, you did that. That was great. That was, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I'm breaking all kind of fourth and third walls with this shit. We out here.
Ain't no walls up in here. Broken.
Meta in this bitch.
Just gone. Metaverse. Just
Come on. What's up?
I'm with you on, all jokes. I'm with you on, like, it is Tuesday. And we
went on a 5-minute rant on email.
We did. But this is what we ain't had one of those in a minute, actually. So that's what's up. Welcome to a Royal Rundown rant. We do these every blue moon. My guy, my bro. All jokes aside, I really do think that it's Tuesday, right? Just, for those who are, if it's your first time listening, I'm a producer. This is what I do for a living. Like, I produce live events for an agency, We Lit. And yes, is that a very ridiculously quick turnaround? Yes. But Tuesday to Saturday, and you got WWE resources and money, you can do it.
Look.
Dare I say, see where they, and I don't mean, dare I say, they probably have a live event somewhere on like Friday or Sunday. Anyway, wherever that is, if it's open, make that crown jewel and just have your talent there. So then you don't have to rebook. You don't even have to try to do what we just did randomly being weird. wherever the live event is on that day or near that day, make that where Crown Jewel is and just have your talent be there. They'll be safe. We don't have to worry about if something is going to happen in terms of a whole
and the last thing you want is
situation.
something goes down and we are watching this on live TV and all of a sudden something happens.
I don't even want to think about that. Can we not think about that?
You know what I'm saying?
Can we not even put that in the atmosphere? Because
we don't exactly.
We're just
like, come on.
I don't even want to put that in the atmosphere, you know, and like, and even worse, like it's tough because, you know, it does not matter where you lean in the political, whatever the hex, where you lean and where it does not matter. Nobody wants to see individuals harmed. No one wants to be working with that anxiety of potential harm. We've already seen the talent at WWE be held at an airport on an airplane for almost an entire day, like over a money dispute. You know what I'm saying? So
wait, that was the other Crown Jewel thing, wasn't it?
That absolutely was the Saudi show.
Come on, son.
Yes. So
like we like when does it stop? You know, like I'm saying, and the thing is, I know me saying this probably will never. Well, no, it's not Voldemort anymore. It's Trips. So maybe I still can talk with them eventually. But like this, we don't need this, and that's the thing. It's one of the shows. I know they give y'all a crazy bag. There has to be something in the contract that says if there's some wild shit going on over there, we don't got to do it. Like they are too shrewd of businessmen not to cover their own asses in that way. I don't want to believe that. But we did the work for you. There's nothing going on in Brooklyn. Do you think the Barclays Center would want some more money? And if you guys hype that shit up, it's in New York. It is your fucking territory. I am not going to look. AEW, that is a Chicago organization. I don't give a fuck Jacksonville, fuck that. That is a Chicago fucking organization. WWE is a New York organization. Do it in Brooklyn. Just because MSG ain't there, do your thing. And honestly, it make it an epic event.
Okay, so
then you make it an epic event.
Because I'm trying to see what WWE's schedule is right now. And if from what I can see, what's today? Today is the 1st. Duh, knew that. Today is the 1st. Wake up. Okay, so they don't have a lineup. They don't have a live event until it's Crown Jewel. This, obviously they have SmackDown or whatever. I don't know, man. I just feel like they have to have some sort of what is he this weekend? Let's do that. Apply. Man, you would think it'd be a lot easier to see WWE's schedule.
I thought they just put one out recently.
Yeah, I just feel like I really do feel like that
I just saw it.
They would. Yeah, they're just showing me events near Chicago.
Well, look, I think that would be sick if they did do something like that. Because I'll be honest with you, if that's the case, if there's even a question that there's something wild going down, I don't want them to have this event, or I do want them to have an event this weekend because I don't want them to have to rebook this and then push another week of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want all the red tape.
Worst case
with that.
Worst case scenario, they make SmackDown. SmackDown turns into SmackDown Crown Jewel.
Exactly. And you split it up, right? You split. Whatever. Boom, boom. We about to just make it. It's gonna be live as fuck on Friday and Monday. Like I'm cool with that. I'm totally cool with that. And we push Friday and Monday's plans to next week. That's fine. It's a unique situation. Protect the talent.
Period.
All right. Okay. But if it does happen, let's talk about the matches, if any, that we actually are looking forward to. So I'm gonna start off. The man with the absolute best music in the world of professional wrestling. That man, Bobby Lashley, coming in with is going out there against the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. We have that happening this weekend, and look, they are Trips is doing a fantastic job. Big meaty men slapping man meat is about to go down. All right, it is about to go down. All right, and
it is.
look, and in the way that in NXT Raw, they had the two of them running like bulls at each other, and big grizzly bears just running at each other and having everybody
clear the
pull them
locker
out. By
room.
the way, did you see Von Wagner from NXT was actually up
did.
there pulling them out there? Just
I
y'all see
peeped.
that? Just y'all peep. Von Wagner is on the main roster, people, because they don't just have him out there playing security.
He might have had a match on main event or something. I don't know.
maybe because they have done that from time to time. But they're playing it great. They're playing it great. I'm looking forward to it. It's fun because I think everyone is still expecting Brock to win, but it should be fun though. Let's see, because I think Brock's at a point of his career that Brock doesn't need to win, and he knows that.
Oh, he absolutely doesn't need to win anything. But this is a great match. I wish I'm selfish. I wish it was on a bigger pay-per-view. I wish it would, or a premium live event. I wish this was, I wish this was a Mania type of situation. They can come back to it. So maybe, what I'm saying? Like this is absolutely something they can come back to.
Especially if there's shenanigans.
Yeah.
If there's shenanigans, but we can do it again.
Love that Triple H was involved in the pull apart. Love that.
I love it. When I saw, I get so excited seeing Triple H now.
You're right.
And thinking about the way I used to think of Triple H when I was a kid, couldn't stand his ass. I couldn't stand because I was a Rock guy. I was a Rock guy. And
you couldn't stand.
I couldn't stand the game. No, I couldn't get down with dude. By the way, was that one of the best Rock promos of all time? When he went out there and just went through the whole roster. If I'm Kane or the Undertaker, die. Like that shit was like madness. He did some of his shit. Like I feel like this is the most we've actually talked about The Rock in a while. You gave him a shout out with the Miz earlier, and now I'm talking about this here. But his some of his promos, like that dude was special. Like he really was.
It's not an accident that he's like who he is.
The biggest movie star in the world, putting out.
It's just not an accident,
but he's fantastic.
Hey,
they're terrible.
Hey,
all of them.
Ease
but
up,
he's good at them.
Ease up on Mr. Johnson now. That's my dog. That's my dude.
He's my dude too, and I can still acknowledge the fact that most of the shits ain't good.
I liked Rampage and Skyscraper. I don't care what you say.
I enjoyed them thoroughly. I enjoy his movies. Doesn't mean they're good. I know I like shitty movies.
I enjoy Black Adam as well. One time for Aldous Hodge and his fine self. One time for that.
Hey, look, I don't know who the little Niglet is, but she's cute too. I like her.
What did you call her? Never, nope. I am not allowing. Nope. You do not get to repeat that. What, y'all? Help him. Somebody comment and just help him. Just put the praise hands in the thing, because Lord have mercy.
Oh my God!
What is wrong with him?
I'll go back and fix that. I'm sorry. That was just right there.
He said, "You know what? I should probably fix that." Oops.
Oh man! Look, no worries.
No, it's gonna be fun. I think Bobby and Brock's gonna be great. That's gonna be fun. Not Bobby and did I say that? Yeah, Bobby and Brock. Oh, I thought I said Bobby and Rock. See, got Rock on the brain. Bobby and Brock is gonna be great. It'll be fun. I want it to be, Gunther and Sheamus, type of violent. I wanted that. I want it to be that kind of, like you said, big meaty men slapping me. I wanted that violent.
Do you think they'll get to that point?
It would be. I mean, why do you?
Well, you know what? Realistically, so I just saw a clip of Brock Lesnar battering Randy Orton.
Dang! Oh, when he did the elbows and he elbowed him till he bled.
And he did it for real, right?
Yeah.
He
that was a thing.
Cussed my man.
That was a thing. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah. Oh my God. But he can do things and really kind of fight with Bobby a little bit, and
they both have those skills.
It's literally the yin yang version of one another.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what it is. They're the same person. And it's going to be interesting to watch. Like, and again, people, why didn't Bobby do XYZ? Well, he went to the military, he did a couple of things, but he ended up being a champion in another organization. So, you know, we're gonna give Bobo his respect that he is due. And he was the same thing, accolades. He was, I think it was a Division II, but I still believe he was a national champion as well in wrestling, in collegiate wrestling. So this should be good. I'm just looking forward to this one. What other big matches on this one? Because honestly, I don't even know what the hell is on this.
I'm confuzzled. Can we talk about something I'm confuzzled about?
Of course.
So we had a title change last night, did we not?
Oh, well, we did. Well,
and there's a rematch. And there's a rematch scheduled for Crown Jewel. And I have nothing but question marks about that.
Okay.
Look at your face. So, you see a face? That's the face I have. That we have a.
Yeah. So So for those who do not know, on NXT Raw, this past week.
For those who do not know, SERG, when he says NXT Raw, actually means Monday Night Raw, and when he says NXT SmackDown,
Triple H is taking over. It is NXT Raw now.
SmackDown Live. And when he says NXT, he just be like that show on Tuesday because he is just petty. That's SERG, and he is petty.
Look,
and that's why I'm here to fix it.
I am a truth teller. I sit here and I let people know what's real. And that's what it is. We all know the moment that Triple H took over. It was the black and gold. You already know I have an affinity for black and gold already.
Oh Lord!
But the black and gold is everywhere.
9? No, okay.
Everywhere. Everywhere. We ain't getting no 6s out here me today. It's okay. We know it's there. It's in my chest.
You did it.
It's in my heart.
That's all. I heard it.
All right. So I don't understand it. I do not understand it. They had
Damage Control dropped the titles to Alexa Bliss and Asuka.
Thank you. Them. So let's talk about this. Okay.
Yes.
So we have this because Damage Control, since they've gotten there, and I have to give you credit. You called this from the very beginning. Damage Control just wasn't hidden like it was supposed to be hidden, right? It was just like they had all of the pieces, but there's something just missing that it just wasn't happening. What was that?
I was dissecting this in my brain.
Yeah, that's a good place to do it at.
Yeah, I was trying, to try to think before I speak. I try.
For sure.
And I think, this is a very superficial thing. I think the music is trash. That's just one. I think Damage Control.
That's a thing. That is a real thing though, because look, it's going to take 2 weeks till the crowd understands that when Legado Fantasma comes out, they all gonna be Legado. It's going to take 2 weeks till the main roster folks figure that out, right? Think about how important music is. During Raw last night, when Seth Rollins was out there in a fantastic match, might I add, against Theory.
Yes.
When he comes in. Back. What was that?
Austin got his name back. You can say his name.
Austin Theory, But his whole, the Seth Rollins thing, like that whole thing. People, if there's music that people could connect to, it's going to honestly make your character even bigger.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that music don't hit. Why, Ed? Look, people don't love Edge all the time. Not everybody love Edge. I love Edge, but some people don't. But guess why Edge is always going to be, every time he comes out, it slaps.
You think you know
music
me.
Slaps.
Yes, it's lit.
Music slaps. Bobby Lashley, music slaps.
Bianca Belair's
music slaps. The Usos, music slaps. The Uso shit comes on, and you see Sami Zayn. You jamming. Understand? All of this shit. Speaking of bloodline entrances.
No, don't go. We will bloodline section later because we will. This is tangent.
Come on, the entrance though.
It's tangent.
Solo's entrance.
It's very lit. It's very lit. Yes.
Rikishi's going to be on the jump tomorrow.
On the who?
On the jump.
On
the bump. The
there
bump.
You go.
The bump. I was thinking of a basketball show on ESPN. I was just watching that. The bump.
I was trying to help you out because listen, because you got a list going. You got a list going. You got a list going on the who? That's dope. I'm gonna watch that for sure. So I feel like this is just superficial stuff, but I think that Damage Control's entrance music is not lit. Damage Control, I think, is a bad name. That's not my fate. I think they deserve a better name.
A lot of people were making fun of the name when they came out.
I'm not feeling that. And let's be clear, if you guys go back, I love the members of this group. I love Bailey. I love
everybody
Io Sky.
saying that.
I love Io Sky, and I love Dakota
the right
Kai.
pieces.
The pieces are there. You got gems in Damage Control, and like I just feel like you just did it, and you set them up pretty decent. Like SummerSlam debut, that's amazing, right? After Becky and Bianca's match, that's a great start.
Biggest mistake was having them lose to Raquel Rodriguez and another woman. That was the biggest mistake.
That was the beginning.
Because if you kept them winning, they just didn't lose, and they're just wreaking havoc at this point in time. Like it would be if they lost yesterday, it would be or they lost that crown jewel, it would be meaningful. It'd be
if they were gonna lose, they should have lost that crown jewel. Let's just start there. Don't switch those titles on Monday Night Raw. Just to switch them back.
Or are they going to sit there and try to or they're going to try to switch it back, and then they're going to drop Sasha Naomi. I hate to always bring it up, but it's just like
we're always on Sasha Naomi watch.
always.
We're going to be on Sasha Naomi watch until Sasha Naomi.
A counter every time I say that.
We need to pull a graphic down.
Yeah. Sasha Naomi
always. Right. It is now start date. It's 482 days.
I've been saying this since May.
Yeah. Actually before that. What I think?
No, it was May.
It was May when they dipped. Look. Obviously, that tag team, the women's tag team division misses Sasha. Women's division, period. They miss Sasha. They miss Naomi. Those are two pieces that are absolutely missing. Nikki Cross's addition is fabulous. I think
fantastic,
great addition,
especially her with Doudrop or Piper. Hopefully, they let Piper come back as Piper.
Please let Piper come back as Piper. Love that. Asuka and Alexa Bliss being back, that's also very good. We need
and
them.
Seeing Alexa Bliss with a little bit of an edge, I appreciate it.
Yeah, because you never got to see it. Serge didn't.
Her character was terrible, but the problem is that they're giving her and Liv an edge at the same time.
And Serge is still struggling with telling the difference between the two of them.
One they give Harley Quinn makeup to. And the other one, they let carry a doll.
They're on different shows.
Oh, okay.
Alexa's on Raw, Liv's on SmackDown.
That's the only. Don't put them on the same show. We're really gonna be fucked up if that happens. That's why they did it.
So I want better for Damage Control. I want better for all of them. Like I really do, and I don't quite know what the remedy is. I think that I feel. I'm really interested to see what Survivor Series War Games, because again, what Survivor Series War Games is going to be. I feel like we'll have a better idea of where they're going after this crown jewel, obviously, and then once we start for real building to that. I think we'll have a better idea of where Damage Control is going. But they have, like you said, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, and Bailey are superstars. They just need. And putting them together is also a great idea. Like that's all great too. I just think there's something with the presentation that's not clicking. And then obviously they're booking. They set them up for failure once they lost that tournament. Like that was dumb.
Yeah.
You debuted them so they could win this tournament. Like that was it was just weird. And I think
I feel like that's one of they people you're trying to think. They did too much. It was like I'm doing too much. Like they simplify it. They overthought themselves into a bad place.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I feel like hopefully this build to Survivor Series War Games. I think that has the potential to fix all the problems I'm talking about. Whatever music and name, whatever, you can get past those things. But I think it can fix their characters, because I think there can be some character building within that story. They just gotta make it make sense. you know?
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
think once this Bailey-Bianca feud is over,
Uh-huh.
that also needs to finish too. That's been
Yeah.
going for a little long now. Like it's
Yeah.
Bianca needs a new.
Oh, I'm done with it. I'm
Yeah.
honestly like this whole thing. Like, and I think I said it a long time ago. If you go back and watch any of these fantastic 34 episodes, I feel like since Damage Control's
Well,
been
we
here, like
34.
yeah,
We out here.
you know what I'm saying? We out here. Seeing for instance, like I'm sorry, yo, like the whole thing, Bianca and them is boring. You know, they've made Asuka a character that I don't even care to watch when she comes out there anymore because I don't care to see either of them. You know, her or the other one. I can't think of her name right now.
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, like but it's not good, and it hasn't been entertaining to the point that they've kept them off of TV for the last month.
Okay.
They just brought them back. You know what I'm saying?
I believe they both were healing from injuries. I think, but don't get me lying. But I think.
Look,
but here's the
at
tea with
least,
that.
but they're back. Well, so let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let's take Sasha Naomi out of it because we don't know what's going to happen there. Let's do a little fantasy booking, right?
Ooh.
We see what's happening. We see what Crown Jewel and everything is going down here. You know, we like, who do you think is going to come out of it champion? And then who should be next up? Who should we be looking at is on the women's tag team side that should be making a run for that strap?
Yeah, great question. So, first of all, you can't answer this question without really going, is Bianca leaving Crown Jewel Raw Women's Champion still? That's one. I think that's a question mark.
That's a real one. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's a question mark.
Yeah.
Two, where the hell is Charlotte and when she coming back? We know where she at, but when she coming back?
She was taking pictures with you know, with the Joker in this car yesterday.
She was Chucky,
the Mexican Joker. Yeah.
And she was Chucky, which was actually a really fly costume. But like, so I think Charlotte is a wild card because that's a already super duper star, right? So that's a wild card just in the mix. And whether she's gonna go to SmackDown and feud with Ronda versus go to Raw and do whatever we gonna do, you know,
for sure.
She's gonna do something. And and you have to consider her when you're thinking about the women's division moving forward. They served Nikki Cross her first loss coming back, which is interesting. It's a choice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She didn't have to face Bianca last night. She could have faced
I was going to say that. She could have, they could have, but they wanted to, you know, I can see them. She still put up a good fight against the champ, right?
Right.
And they wanted to have the champ go in there.
Right.
Not only with a hard match, because you know they're going to bring it up. She had a rough match against Nikki Cross, who's coming at it this way, and she got body slammed out here. So she's coming in. They're already building the excuses for her to lose.
Right. Or they're building it so that she can pull a whole Cena and win.
Exactly. Yep.
Which, you know, I'm always here for Super Cena Bianca. Like, I'm here for it every day because, as you said about this Ume failing up, you know, and you're like, as a black man, I didn't know we did that.
I didn't know we can do that. That should shock the hell out of me.
I'm loving Black woman Super Cena. Like, I'm with it. Jade Cargill and AEW is the same thing. Yes, give it to
why
me.
She make Bow Wow look so bad today?
Because he deserved it. He didn't know business. He could have minded his own business. But here he go, doing the most.
And, you know, and she ain't never lied. Because if y'all don't know who her man is, that is Mr. Carl Crawford. Carl Crawford was
educate us.
A fantastic baseball player for a long time. Not Carl Crawford. It's not Carl Crawford. No. That's fucking
I was like, that is that.
Carl Crawford is the dude who used to great baseball player also, but he used to manage Megan Thee Stallion. He has the whole wrong black man.
Wrong one. See, look at you messing it up.
Brandon something.
Phillips.
Brandon Phillips. Yep.
Yes.
Brandon Phillips. Dude was dope. Dude was super star. Multiple time Golden Glover. Dude was so multiple time, like, again, baseball money, like a couple $100 million money.
That's different kind of money.
Different kind of money.
Them guaranteed contracts. Listen,
them guaranteed contracts for like 20 years money. Like,
yeah. I mean, you know, so I do love seeing, you know, Bianca and Jade being like, you know, the Super Cena syndrome is like no matter what they're gonna win, right? Kind of thing. Jade isn't there yet. Jade is just giving Goldberg's kind of Goldberg streak situation, still dope, right?
Yeah,
And then
for sure.
Bianca's giving Super Cena, right? So
Right.
I could see it going both ways, but it's still very much toss up. And I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't even know whether they're going to have her drop the title on Saturday
Truly.
or not. Um,
Truly.
and you really aren't either way works. Bailey as champ is cool because that's something new, that's new and fresh again since for her coming back or whatever.
Huh. Okay. Just to let you know. Yeah. I mean, net worth, we don't know if they mean shit or if anything close.
Serge said I gotta
But
look this up.
I had to. And if these net worths had anything to do with anything, she's right.
She said Bao couldn't afford her. That's what Jay told Bao. It's not funny, but yes, it is. It's hilarious, actually.
I mean, it's
She
only
was
funny
minding her business.
because he went out there trying to shoot his shot, like to
Yeah.
somebody who we all know has somebody that you know what I'm saying, like because I know as dude, he probably feels good, like whatever, like dudes probably holler at his girl all the time, so he probably doesn't care at this point in time.
When you married to Jade Cargill, like he got eyeballs, he know what's up, he know what's happening.
He chilling, he good.
He is fine, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if she's gonna leave with the belt or not. Excitement level for the
that's tough.
Excitement level for the card overall.
I mean, honestly, crown jewels are always just weird. I'm interested to see what Bray Wyatt's going to do. They made a big deal about announcing that he is going to be there.
For sure,
he's not wrestling anyone, but he's going to be there. So that's going to be interesting. And I think obviously, I think I'm the most excited about the Bobby Brock match just because, we've just been wanting to see that.
Sure, yeah.
The Braun Strowman and Omos match, I think is just going to be shenanigans. It's just gonna be silly shenanigans.
That match was specifically made for that specific audience. They like seeing big people, and
that's a Vince McMahon match.
That is a Vince McMahon match. It really is. Two huge people just throwing themselves at each other. I mean, they have a couple Vince McMahon matches. I mean, Bobby versus Brock is a Vince McMahon style match. It just never happened. I don't know why. Honestly, I generally don't know why. Maybe it is weird. Because you would have to make Brock look weak at some point because Bobby is such a monster.
You'd have to make Bobby look like he's on the same level as Brock. And I think that has nothing to do with athletic ability and everything to do with how the two humans look.
Yeah. Now, granted, because could you imagine? Because especially at that point in time, if you had them have like a legitimate feud, like Bobby's trajectory would have been totally different.
And it should have been. It should have literally. It's righting a wrong in my personal opinion, and I think that's great. Like they deserve that.
Do you think he gets the win?
That's tough. Because and this is the thing. Because I would like Bobby to win this because I think Bobby could use the win more than Brock. Right? Yeah. Bobby just lost his title.
I think you have to give it to. I think you have to give it to Bobby because Bobby is a full timer and Brock is not.
But my thing is, you give Bobby this win, that you got juice still in the fruit to come back to this for at Mania, Royal Rumble, something big. Like you've got juice in there to do that. And like,
but again, in trips we trust. Be flat. Whatever it like, I feel like however it turns out, and I think it is going to be a good, hard hitting match. Yeah. I'm looking forward to. I don't think Brock can go like he once used to. But I think Bobby can go as well as he could always go.
If you hear this, Brock, don't hurt him. Okay.
I don't think he goes like he used to. Just look. But you know what, though? At the same time, he has a specific pace, and he's done that with Roman. And they have a specific dance that they do. And we've seen that every time I've seen him recently. So I think I'm just so used to seeing that pace. So I'm excited to now see him with someone else. I would see him with a different dance partner. So I think it's less of how Brock, because you know what? I take it back. I think Brock can probably go just like he always can, but I think he had a specific dance partner that, again, I think that he and Roman likes that laboring pace. Like when Roman's cooking, he slows it down, right? It's almost like, I'm trying to compare it to somebody if we're looking at things like old school. not
Like
as
a
much
Scott Hall,
forethought.
maybe. Like a
I was gonna
Scott
say
Hall,
Scott Hall.
maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, he
Scott Hall
slows
was
it
very
down.
athletic too. I think Scott Hall and Roman are very similar because like they were
Yeah,
big. They're big
size.
guys.
Yeah.
They're big guys. They can go quickly if you need them
Yep.
to. They
Yep.
it's very
But
much in the
they're both
repertoire.
of their bad guy characters.
But they're bad guys.
They
Yeah,
they walk and they like
there's a swagger
it,
to it.
it's a swagger to the and it's great. And
Yeah.
Brock has this I'm a beast. Like he's just like it's all explosion, right? It's like
Right.
it bump 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 explode, right?
Yeah, Bobby's explosions are you're like
Oh,
it's almost like you forget he can do it that you're like, oh shoot, he can go that's yeah, right.
Bobby is in ridiculous shape. It's so crazy.
It's insane.
It is
Like it's
so
dumb.
crazy.
It's
It is
dumb.
so crazy. But look, I am looking forward to that match. I
Yes.
really am. And I'll pay attention. How excited am I? I'll be honest with you. Damage control, and I'm over it, so I'm not really interested in that match. I know that Bianca, the generational talent that she is, and Bailey, who seems like she's getting more healthy, are going to give us a good match.
They are.
But am I excited about it? I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of not, but it is what it is, right? But I know it's going to be a good match. So I'm looking forward to watching it. I don't care about Braun and Omos. I don't think either of them can wrestle, and you know the type of wrestlers that I like. I don't think that they're there. I like people who can go, and they're not, and they can't go.
What about
mm-hmm.
what about the main event? Your boy Roman and Logan Paul for the Universal Undisputed all the championships.
I completely forgot about that. Look,
precisely.
Look, it's cool. Logan can go. Logan is athletic. Logan, I don't know. For 2 matches, he can go. You know what I'm saying? And especially for a celebrity, he can really go. And I understand why they're doing this. They're hyping up that one punch thing. So he's gonna land a punch and we're gonna get a dramatic ass, count at some point, like it's gonna be 2.5, right? But Roman wins this.
And then an Uso's gonna pull him out off or something.
Exactly. Something's gonna happen, right? And it's gonna be that. I think we might even start getting the turn on Sammy. I think we might start getting that. I feel like we might start getting the. Well, I'm just if you're like listening to like little things like, Jay saying, first of all,
we got to talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Yo, the bloodline is giving you cinema.
Theater, honey.
Every week, okay? These motherfuckers, they are going out here and giving you art. All right, I'm talking about chef's kiss. They are going out here putting out performances. They are acting, okay? Like these motherfuckers going out here, and look, you don't know what you're gonna get. Every time they come out, you are on the edge of your seat because you're gonna get something you've never seen. Look, I have seen hate for Roman and the bloodline. Oh, I'm tired of this. Oh, I've even had people in the infamous group chat themselves say that they are tired of what they are currently seeing.
He talking about you, Darnell.
I'm absolutely talking about him.
Because you the only one.
1,000% talking about him.
What's up, Darnell?
But with that being said, how dare any of you say that? We are witnessing greatness, okay? What we are witnessing and watching right now is fantastic. And watching Roman Reigns and the crew. And yes, Sami Zayn, salute. But we always knew Sami had this in him, okay? Sami, we knew Sami was that dude. But can we take a moment to acknowledge main event Jey Uso?
Yeah, boy.
Come on. This man is going out here because, look, Sami is killing it, but Sami needs a dance partner. And Sami's dance partner right now is giving you guys everything. And I love it. I love everything that they're doing right now. It is so much fun. And everybody is playing their role. Jimmy is playing his role. Solo is playing his role. Paul is playing his role. This promo that was supposed to be a serious promo
on SmackDown, man. Listen.
On SmackDown this past week turned on its head and every single member of the bloodline broke. And it was such a great moment because you already know when Voldemort was in charge of the WWE, this man would have been, it wouldn't have happened in that way. They probably wouldn't have pushed the envelope in the manner that they did. But
right.
I have never seen pro wrestlers have so much fun in the moment. Watching them have fun and laugh together, and Jay, who is supposed to be this angry mad dude, watching him fight for his life, for his dear life, not to break into and be who he is, who is a goofy, silly person. He was struggling. And then Roman, the GOAT, going out here
Shamir.
in the moment. Yeah, no. You can't
Hard
run.
cam.
Hard
Hard
cam,
cam, sir.
hard cam. And pulled
Right
him,
here.
moved his head right back into the hard cam. No,
Right
no,
here.
no. Let's go. Yo. And like, and also all of them looking at the situation, all of them playing off of the crowd, all of them working in unison. They have the WWE universe in the palm of their hands. I saw somebody, you guys know I respect Kaz. And Kaz on Twitter went out there and said, yo, the bloodline is not a heel faction. The bloodline is a babyface faction. And the more you think about it, yo, damn near might be onto something. These guys are turned in. They're the heels that have turned. They've been so cool that we all want to be a part of the blood. I'm wearing the shirt.
You are.
We all want to be a part of the bloodline.
He's feeling Serge is very oozy right now. He's feeling very
I am very oozy right now.
Super oozy.
Come on, super oozy. That should be. I should make that my new handle. Super oozy.
Super oozy. There's something to that.
Super oozy is gonna be my new handle.
I have to add to this. So like, it's so cool in the creative regime that we have right now that they're literally this bloodline is so good right now. This bloodline thing with Sammy is so good that it has pushed back the KO participation in this because they were smart enough to be like, hold up, there's something here because Sammy is
they
that
said it was
good.
only supposed to be 3 to 4 weeks with Sammy in the bloodline, and then they were supposed to turn and be with KO, which would have been amazing. We would love that, but it's been so fire they can't do it.
And I'm still for later on. Like I want to see that. I think that's gonna be really fly. I want to see a tag team situation between KO, Sammy, and the Usos. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
And they should probably be the ones to beat them. Yes.
Or the New Day because
or the New Day. I mean,
and
it'd be
they're slowly
if the
building.
New Day was the one. You know what?
They're slowly building.
They're slowly they're building them back up. You see it.
The bloodline is creeping towards
their record,
the New Day's tag team record. You know what I'm saying? Tag team championship record or whatever. So like I feel like that. I love that they're dropping that back into the narrative so that everyone remembers that. So that when they do finally fight, which I don't, and I realize I don't know if. Oh my God.
Mania.
No,
they might do it for the record. What happened?
So if the Usos. Or if the New Day challenges for the tag titles with the Usos, they need a third person to combat Solo.
Perfect.
I'm gonna be okay. I'm not because y'all know how
it'd be perfect. Yeah, it is. And you know what? They'll do it too because give them a week or two where the bloodline is just kind of and Solo is doing wreaking havoc, right? Solo is grabbing them, wreaking havoc. You pull Big E out the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Power bombing Solo. And then
we've got a feud with Solo and Big E
and Big E. Come on,
y'all. Just my heart now.
A Solo Big E feud for Big E's first feud back is gold. Because by that point in time, because Solo is already respected, people look at Solo like they give him respect. He carries it like. Not only his position in the bloodline, I think people respect what he did in NXT because he really, in that year he was there, him and Carmelo Hayes, and Santos, the three of them head and shoulders above everyone else. And you can see it when they're out there cooking. And I think everyone already, and then having them right away, having a match with Drew McIntyre, right away having a match with Sheamus, right away having a match with these high profile people, it gives more legitimacy to
Level. You can
Solo.
say
Yeah,
level. Because that's a certain
yeah,
level too. Like
yep.
those people you just
So
mentioned didn't start wrestling 5 minutes ago. You know what I mean? Like
no,
those are
and for
folks with
them to put them
decade
in
plus
there right
careers.
away, yeah, and they put
Yes.
them in there right away. So especially by whenever that is, whether that be around Mania, whether that be around Royal Rumble, you know what I'm saying? It is a great opportunity. One, because you can tell E is getting healthy. He's starting to make appearances,
Stop
and he's
stop talking to
making
me right now.
many appearances.
You
You're
know, y'all
starting to
know
see
how
him
I
more
feel.
because you know what I'm saying, and you know how this business works. You and I both know you're not going to start, and that's why I know Sasha and Naomi are coming out soon because they were radio silent for months.
And there's a
All of a
power
sudden,
to doing
yeah,
all of these things, and
exactly.
you do it, and they're
Building
marketing,
that energy again.
and
They're
they're also
building
just
the energy again. They're simmering. Yep.
yeah, it's building marketing around like, oh, I saw these
Yep.
two. So there's people who only saw Sasha and Naomi as models because they modeled in New York Fashion Week, and then they were like, oh, they're wrestlers. Oh, they are. And so when they pop back up, that's how you gain
Yep.
new people and new viewers to your thing. Same thing with
For
E doing
sure.
all of this cool stuff, and you know, sorry, y'all
It's
know how
great.
I feel about Big E.
No, it's great. It's great. I think
Yes,
it's awesome, and I
I
hope
think
you're
that'll be
right.
great.
I hope you're right. I
Yeah,
hope you're right. But the bloodline is phenomenal. Just right
yeah,
now, they what they're doing, it really is the best thing in pro wrestling right now. Because I mean, they are the ones that like when they're on camera, you're on the edge of your seat. Also, shout out to Judgment Day because they're another one. They fixed the
oh,
tweak, and
man.
you know what? They are must see TV right now. They are the other ones like you want to see Raw because they go out there. What's up?
Oh no, keep going.
No, they're going out there. You know, my boy Dom. He talked a little
Your
egregious
boy
a couple
Tom.
days ago, but you know it's okay. I forgive him for saying such things. But I knew it was a Eddie was looking down, smiling, and like, look at this motherfucker.
Look at
Like,
son. Look
okay,
at my
yeah,
son.
look at him. You know. But no, I love
Okay.
everything that they're doing. Yes,
We've only sprinkled a little bit of AEW stuff in here, but I have to
yes,
be the one.
of course.
So how do you feel, Sergio, about the
Yes.
reports that CM Punk, our Chicago's very own CM Punk, is
Okay.
apparently allegedly done with wrestling? He's done with the wrestling business.
Okay.
AEW is they're working on allegedly a buyout of his contract.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the last week on Dynamite, we saw a little video package of the Elite getting kind of snapped away Thanos style, Kenny Omega
Yep.
and the Bucks.
Yep.
My question to you
Okay.
is, so you laughing and I ain't even said anything yet.
What? What you ask me?
My question to you is,
Okay.
how would you like to see, what would you like to see, and where would you like to see Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks inserted back into the AEW situation? And or maybe Punk. Let's just say in some random world we're all being worked and Punk's gonna come back too. What do you think?
Uh,
This is random, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But still.
yeah, I think with Punky's done, and I'm okay with him being done. I didn't see the bulk of his career, so I'm not missing shit. To be fair,
Fair.
so whatever, I can care less. In terms of, I honestly, I want to see more of the trios because I think the trios I think it's a great concept. I think I want to see Dark Triangle. I want to see
Death
these
Triangle.
trios teams because they're really fun to watch. It really was. Those matches are great.
Yeah,
So I would like to see them go back to that mix because you know what? I don't want to see the Young Bucks in the tag team situation.
sure.
I don't want to see Kenny, and I think he still needs to get to a certain place. I don't want to see him back in the title picture right now because I think it's time for some of these younger guys to get some shine. I think it's time for MJF. I think it's time for Ricky Stark. I think it's time for fucking Moxley, who honestly is one of the MVPs of pro wrestling this year. He has done every little thing the AEW has wanted and more, put on
Yeah.
solid matches with everybody from whatever organization throughout, up and down. Look, do I love his promo style? No. Do I love that he bleeds every time somebody sneezes? No. But I appreciate what he's doing. And his match with my boy, Cero Miedo, what I'm saying? My boy Penta, like that was a fun match. Granted, Penta probably carried his ass most of the match, but it's Penta. What can you expect? just like.
He had to throw that in there.
Just playing.
So I have a thought. I have a quick little thought.
Okay.
I think CM Punk is also done with the wrestling business. What I would love.
Okay.
This isn't a perfect world we don't live in, obviously. But what I would love is before he was done, I would love for him to put over MJF.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I would love that. I would love him to come back one feud and just finish that. That could be the thing we end the year with, right? I want to see that. I want to see. That would be to me.
That was supposed to be the feud. It was supposed to be MJF and dude, and it would have been great.
And to me, I think you are grown. We've already talked about how we feel about Brawl Out, but like, I just feel like y'all grown, and like, okay, you don't want to come back to the company, fine, but you got to do something for this company that brought you back. You got to do something, and you got to finish off, honestly, what some people arguably is the best storyline of the year in wrestling. You can, the bloodlines and, whatever. It's an argument to be made that the CM Punk and MJF rivalry was such a nuanced and really dope kind of thing to do. Like, finish it off. Finish it off, and be the veteran that you wanted the respect to be of being.
Absolutely.
Be that.
Absolutely.
And then call it a day. Like, what? Okay, this didn't work. It wasn't a fit, but at least you did. At least he can say he did that, and then he can move forward,
that.
And he would ascend, and he can help with ascending, MJF to where he's already working on being anyway. He's already there. But go ahead and just finish that off. I think that would be great. I would actually personally, I think Kenny Omega and the Bucks need to go away from the trios titles picture, because I think it's just still got Brawl Out stink on it. So I feel like you feel what I'm saying. So I feel like they need to let the trios titles get built up. I think Death Triangle is a great trio to do that. So let them do that, right? And then have the Bucks and Kenny do some other things. There are, like you mentioned, several other newcomers or young, not newcomers necessarily, but just, AEW talent that they can be having really cool feuds with. We still need to get the Bucks versus FTR.
That's a great one.
I would personally like to see the Bucks and Swerve in Our Glory. Like, I think that would be great. So, let's just go ahead and let's.
They did have a great match with them.
To me, I think it'd be smart, even though the audience knows who they are. I think it would be smart to book them as if they needed to prove themselves again.
Well, that is exactly how they should prove. They should come back. They should come back, all of them, and they all have the talent and the charisma to do so as well, to come back and act like they're the, damn, like, I got to get one for the Big Gipper, whatever the fuck that little white people saying is. Like, you know what it is? It's like, they got to, like, say that shit, like, that is one of those things. What did I say? What?
Get one for the... Yeah, we knew what you meant, Serge. Yep, we're going to I'm going to let you have that, sir. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like that would be, and like, that's a good wrestling story. That's a very classic,
great one.
Started from the bottom, like, and build it all the way back up.
We fell down. The moment was too big for us. Whatever the fuck they want to turn.
We let our fans down and want to earn your respect again, kind of thing, right?
Come on, it writes itself. It writes,
and that's great. And I think that, and we'll be treated to some really fun matches along the way. I want to see Kenny. I want to see the Kenny Omega I heard so much about in Japan, because I didn't watch New Japan back then. I did not either. I've seen the clips since then. But like, I want to see the consistent Kenny Omega that they keep talking about. I saw, we saw glimpses not glimpses, but of course he had great matches with Daniel Bryan and Jon Moxley and everybody or whatever. throughout these last 3 years or whatever. But I want to see that guy play from underneath. I want to see that too. And he could do that in the singles division. I really want to I want to see them separate from the trio situation. They can always come back to it next year, of course.
Makes sense.
But I want to see them build them. I want them to have that moment of them feeling like they were playing from underneath, and then just continue to chip away, and then all of a sudden, can't you hear JR or Excalibur or somebody saying, and it's been 5 months since their return, and that's the Bucks I know, or something like that, right? Like
I can see it. I can see it,
and have that
I
build.
Can see it.
And AEW's crowd will eat all of that up.
Absolutely, and because AEW's crowds loves that, they're built off of that. Like so. No, I'm here for it. I'm here to see that. I'm curious to see what they do with Swerve in Our Glory, and
that's an interesting. And talk about a nuanced storyline.
First of all, one time for Swerve, because heel Swerve is spooky time. Swerve, I am here for. I am here for. And
kidnapper
Swerve. Psychopath Swerve. But I'm here for it. I am here for it, and I like the dynamic of Lee still kind of being a good guy, but it's like, but he's a nuanced a good guy, because he still lets his crazy friend do what the fuck he wants to do.
He can't control his crazy friend, and his friend,
so he just lets it rock.
Him. Yeah. It's a fun. I'm having a fun time trying to watch what's gonna happen.
If they had Keith Lee get corrupted by dude and start doing wild shit, now that would be amazing. When you start seeing Keith start like joining in on the fun, then they could really be a really fun. I mean, great, you always know I'm trying to turn somebody heel, but
always.
But realistically though, like
episode 34, he is still turning folks heel every day.
Yeah, but tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I've never seen a heel Keith Lee, so I think that would be interesting too. Like, I mean, just off the fact I've never seen it, I'm sure it's happened, but I've just never seen it. So I think that would be fly. I think that's the story though. I think we see how we let Psycho Swerve do his psycho stuff, and just slowly watch Keith
turn into him too.
Like go from trying to control him to not doing anything, to joining into the fun. Like those are the stages, like, you know what I'm saying? And so like, I want to let's see that play out. And then
I like how they use social media together, because they comment on each other's posts all the time. Like Swerve would do something and Keith would be like, do like the handshake and like, oh, like, why would you do that? Like just seeing it going back and forth. And then it kind of shows that I honestly don't think they're breaking up. I thought they were going to break up. I don't think they're breaking up anymore.
Honestly, I hope that we stop seeing teases of them almost breaking up for a while. I'm done with the teases. Either they're going to do it, like either do it or don't do it yet. Like, and don't do it yet, right? Like eventually it's going to happen. It's going to happen eventually. But
here's the thing, you don't even have to have them break up. You could just have them go their separate ways for a little bit. Like you could just have Swerve. They can just be doing solo shit. They let Dax just run around and do solo shit from time to time. Like, just let them run around and do solo shit. Let Swerve have a match with Daddy Ass. Let Keith Lee have a match. Yeah. Let him have a match with fucking Wardlow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me see. Like, that's what I want to see.
Oh yeah.
Like, let me see Keith Lee going out there and going for the TNT title against fucking Wardlow while Swerve is just being a menace to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And jumping in there while Keith is helping him with shenanigans to when that's when the point where Keith is finally okay with him and he helps him win the damn belt. Like, come on, like they can have so much fun with it.
And I like Wardlow. I kind of wish Wardlow was doing a little more with his title, but
that's why you need to give it to Keith.
But he's kicking it with Samoa Joe, and I love Joe, so we're gonna let them do them. They need to do some more, but
they need to do much more. They need to do a lot more. Salute to
everybody needs some more TV. AEW just needs some more TV time so that they can actually do these things, because there's a lot going on. We're talking about the undercard, and we haven't even talked about the main event stuff, right? Like, I mean, we touched on Mox and stuff, but like,
well, Penta and Mox, I was just gonna give Penta some love because amazing, and seeing honestly, I always give dudes props for this. I give Gunther his props for getting in crazy shape, in the way and really made himself into even more of a star. He didn't have the, he was
Right.
looks a little fluffy. Now he looks like just a badass all around, right? And the same thing with Penta. You see him like in Lucha Underground, where he was still amazing, jumping all over the place. But seeing him now, like, he's six packed up, like brolic, jumping around doing it really, and I hate to be again the superficial person like this, but it when they're a little bit more athletic and brolic like that, it really fits for the character. It really does more. And honestly, seeing him and going out there and look, y'all know me. If you have anything to do with lucha or you were trained in some lucha, like I probably fuck with your style. Every fucking
Sure.
Ferg, Ricochet, all the Mexicans. Like I am here for all of that shit. Okay, just saying.
Yeah, I mean it's we can thank, ECW and WCW for that, for
Salute
when
to
we were
Paul
growing
Heyman.
up, when we were growing up watching that stuff. We were like, oh yeah, we like that. That's amazing.
Come
And
on.
now all of those folks got all kinds of sons and daughters out here doing that stuff. And it's great.
It's great. It's
And
great.
so
It's
we're
great.
always gonna be interested in that.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm always gonna be interested in it. Love it, man. Went back and I don't know if you guys ever do this, but Dre, I told you about this, and I think I texted an infamous group chat. But I went back and I've been watching some of the Lucha Underground like seasons.
Yeah.
Dog, yo, amazing. You talk about some fun, some legitimate fun watching some. Man, I mean, and that's the first time that people were seeing. Not the first time, but Ricochet was out there. Prince Puma. There, and he was one of the champions for a while there. Penta was also a champion for Lucha Underground. So two of my favorites were actually the Lucha Underground champs. So watching them go out there and really cook, that was a fun organization. Really dope. And they got like what,
Yeah.
4 seasons? It's a lot of fun to sit back and watch those.
I
Those
never
are great.
actually watched seasons of it, but I did watch bits and pieces, and I was sad because I was
Yeah,
always like, I gotta go back and watch this. I should go back and watch this.
it's
We should
really
go back and
dope.
watch this. I just
Really
never did.
dope. Really
But
dope.
yeah.
But all right. With that being said, it's about all the time we got today. Look, guys, I do not know if Crown Jewel is going to happen. If they have these warnings and things like that, but obviously on Twitter and things like that, if you give us a follows, we will absolutely keep you guys posted of what's going. That we might even have to do a like a one of those breaking news emergency episodes or something like that
Ooh,
actually does take place.
yeah.
So let's see what goes on with that. Aside from that, guys, thank you so much for watching us here live. If you're watching live on the Scrap News, even if you're scrolling down one day and you just happen to pop up and see us, I appreciate you watching us. Please do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe to not only the Scrap News and what they're doing, the fastest growing page in all of combat sports media. Check us out as well on the Fight Podcast. We appreciate like, share, subscribe, buy merch, all that shit, support the show. We'd love y'all. Usually we let you guys out of here with Fat Joe, but because of the light of the situation that happened really recently with Takeoff, I just want you guys to, love one another, give each other a big hug, hug and kiss your loved ones. Salute to Offset and everything that he's done. Rest in power, young man. And with that being said, love y'all. See y'all next time. Peace. Oh, let me end the broadcast before I do that shit.